Good morning, Michael Scott, Scotty Man Photo. Back here at Grapevine Lake, Mural Park. It's been a while since I've been here. I was out scouting the other day for some images, and I'd stopped by here just to kind of take a look, trying to get the last of the fall colors here in this area. And there was some interesting color on the trees, some yellow, and a lot of the petals had fallen to the ground, and it's kind of made an interesting ground as well. And thought I might be able to get that into the foreground of the image, but kind of a bed of light brown colored leaves, and so I thought that might be interesting. But anyway, yeah, that's what I came down to capture that image. Wasn't expecting any fantastic skies, and I didn't get any, but I think they were enough to make this image work. Well, that's the question. To make this image work. Well, I had captured an image similar to this one before, and I'll show that right here. And I was okay with that. I really liked the leading lines of the root, and thought I'd come back later and try to capture this in the fall. I wasn't sure what kind of color I would get. I think the color's okay, but it's not spectacular. But I was more interested in kind of the light brown foreground that would be provided. But anyway, the composition that I had in mind really wasn't panning out this morning, so I kind of went with a 5:4 aspect ratio and kind of flipped up in a portrait mode to try to capture the roots kind of leading into the image, and I'll kind of walk you through my composition. So what I was really going for this morning was my main subject here is this tree, or this root kind of leading out, and I was really wanting to get down low and close and get that tree leading into from the foreground back, and kind of capture this in a portrait mode, 5:4 aspect ratio. We'll see how that turns out in post. I was really hoping that boulder right there would kind of help me provide some balance in the image, so we'll see. I think the color in the sky was okay, but yeah, might be an okay image. I really like the kind of the leaves that have fallen in the foreground here, and really provide some great contrast and color. And yeah, we'll see. Well, I did bracket a few of these images, and I did I think I was right at 20 millimeters. Probably won't need it, but really want the tip of that root to be in focus. So I kind of got in there and stacked some images as well. So I did a focus stacking and also bracketing, and then so I'll blend those together in Photoshop, and hopefully everything will be sharp. So I just hope that the background is sharp, and I think it will. It's 20 millimeters. I mean, depth of field's pretty wide, so. Yeah, I had talked in last week's video about composing images, and how they can be difficult sometimes, and putting my images before my videos, and I think that's important. And I think the composition is important, but the most important thing is just get out here, get your gear. Even if you don't have a plan, get out here and shoot. You'll find a subject, and it may not be an award winner, it may not be a grand vista, it may be zooming in on a handful of pebbles, in the foreground. It could be anything, but the point is, are you out here? Are you enjoying nature? That's truly what it's all about. And, if you're happy with your own image, that's all that really matters. And, I've never really talked about what do you do with your images. And, for me, it's printing. I print my images at the end. I don't print everything. I print a handful of images that I really feel I really connect with, and they really mean something to me. And so that's I think the end game for me is printing, and maybe I'll do some videos on printing a little bit later, but it just depends on what you do with your videos, and whether that's post them on social media, show your friends, Flickr, whatever. I guess in the end it depends on what you do with your image. It does seem to me like an awful waste to to come out here and capture images, and maybe you don't think they're all that great. I've certainly got my fair share of those, and others seem to like them. So, but it does seem in today's day and age that it seems a shame to not share those images. So, maybe you sell them online. Maybe you print, go to art shows. Who knows? But I think it's important to have an idea of what the end game is. What are you going to do with your images? When I print an image, I usually, print it on a 8.5 by 11 and post it on my dry erase board and just kind of look at it for a while in different light. And I think that's, for me, that's important. It's kind of a trial run. I put my image up, look at it for a few days, and then decide, what I'm going to do with it, frame it, file it, put it in my portfolio or whatever I'm going to do with it. So, but for me, I think, it's important to have something to do with my images. And even if I never sell another print or do anything else with my images, I think it's the process for me, capturing the image, processing the image, and then of course printing the image. And ultimately, if it hangs on my wall and I'm happy with it, it's all about the memories. It's all about the memories. The lesson of the video today is, at least what I hope the lesson is get out and shoot. Get that gear, get out here, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what the weather is, you'll find a composition and get out and shoot, and you'll feel better for it. You'll get outdoors, you'll enjoy nature, and I think that's what's really important. So that's the message I want to hopefully convey for this video. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, but hey, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about today's video. And as always, if I don't see you down the road, maybe I'll see you on the trail.